Mom's famous American fried rice recipe calls for 80 cubic centimeters of hot dog. Problem is, they don't sell hot dog in cubic centimeters, so I'm going to use calculus to find the volume of a single hot dog and divide 80 by that to find how many hot dogs I need. Okay, so to find the volume of the hot dog, the first thing we need to do is find the cross section. So as you can see, I've already done that there, and the top and bottom look somewhat symmetrical. And also, as you can see, the hot dog is round. So we're gonna find volume by rotating it around the x-axis. The part where I cut it in the middle is gonna serve as our origin. So the middle of the part where I cut it in the middle is perfectly round. We only need to find the top section here, and then we can just rotate it around the x-axis. So the hot dog cross section is made up of 3 lines. The easiest line is this middle part right here, which is just a straight line. We're gonna make that y is equal to 1 because when we measured the hot dog, it had a length of 1 centimeter from its center to the top. The next line we're gonna find is here, the part where it tapers down. So as you can see, it's kind of reminiscent of the function y equals the square root of x. However, it starts at negative 7.3, so we have to transform it by adding 7.3, and that's our equation here from negative 7.3 to negative 6.3. Okay, so now we have to find the curve of this section. So as you can see, this line is almost identical to this line. This line is from 5.5 to 6.5, by the way. However, it's a lot like the square root of x, except it's as if you flipped it around the y-axis. So this has to be negative x. It touches 0 at 6.5, so it's going to be plus 6.5, and it's going to be the square root of all that is equal to y. Now we have our 3 equations, so now all we need to do is rotate them around the x-axis, add them up, and thus we have the volume. So it's going to be pi times our first equation, x plus 7.3 square root squared d of x from negative 7.3 to negative 6.3, plus pi times the integral of the line y equals 1 squared d of x from negative 6.3 to 5.5, plus pi times the integral of 6.5 minus x squared, so 6.5, the square root of 6.5 minus x squared, d of x, from 5.5 to 6.5.
The integral of that is x squared over 2 plus 7.3 times x, from negative 7.3 to negative 6.3, all times pi, plus, well, the integral of 1 is just x, and it's going to be from negative 6.3 to 5.5, all times pi. And the integral of that is negative x squared over 2 plus 6.5x from 5.5 to 6.5, all times pi.
Now we have to do the arithmetic part. This is the quickest part to do. 5.5 minus negative 6.3 is going to be 11.8 times pi, plus, okay, this part we're going to have to use our calculator here, plug in some values. Calculator. So this whole thing gives us 0.5 pi. These two add up. So this is going to all simplify to 12.8 times pi.
Approximately 40.2212 when we round to the 3rd decimal place. So as you can see, to measure the actual volume of the hot dog to check my answer, we're going to be dumping the hot dog in water. We have a little over 200 milliliters right now. The conversion for a milliliter to cubic centimeter is 1 to 1. So ideally when we dump in our hot dog, it should be add 42 milliliters of water. So let's see what happens. It is approximately 250 milliliters, which is actually very close considering we started a little above 200, like at 205. So we got about 45 cubic centimeters. That might sound like a lot, but that actually isn't bad considering that our measuring tools were not the most accurate, and also the equations are. Regardless, if you divide 80 by 40 or 42, you still get around 2. So I'm gonna need 2 hot dogs to make my mom's American fried rice.